Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avery. I'm 24 years old and I make a variety of videos about personal finance and budgeting content. So if that's something that interests you, you can subscribe and stick around. So in today's video, I'm going to finally be doing something that people have been waiting for and anticipating, and it's going to be my net worth update. I know I've been saying basically for every single month for however many months now that I was going to do a net worth update, but I kept putting it off and just forgetting about it. I was still tracking my net worth, but I just didn't get around to ever making a video. But finally, for everyone that's been wanting one, I am going to do an update on my net worth. So how I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to show you how my net worth has changed over the past 12 months. I have officially started tracking my net worth as of about a year ago. So this will be a good indicator for you guys to see how my finances have changed over the course of the past year. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have this broken up between my assets and my liabilities. And a quick side note, this is a net worth tracking spreadsheet by Lauren Miller here on YouTube, and I'll leave a link down below. It's a free spreadsheet if you want to track your net worth this way as well. So let's go ahead and talk about my liabilities because those were the things that are the most boring. As you can see here, I do have student loans. That's all of my debts. Everything is student loans. I don't carry credit card debt and I do not have a car loan. I paid off my car back in 2021. So I'm going to start with my liabilities because there have been literally no changes to this over the course of the past year. These are all federal student loans, and as you know, the federal student loans have been in forbearance for about 55 years now. Well, not quite that long, but they've been in forbearance forever, it feels like. They've actually been in forbearance since before I graduated college, so I have yet to make a payment on my student loans. So should be an interesting time whenever these do finally get started back up. But since I haven't been making a payment on them or any of them, the balance has not changed on any of these loans. So I'm just gonna, unhide these now so you can see them. I do have a total of $22,075 in student loans. My biggest student loan is my number one right here. It's $6,077. Quick side note, they are interest free right now, but I did put these in order of highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. So my highest interest rate also happens to be my biggest loan. So that's exciting, but that's how my liabilities changed over the course of the past 12 months, so they haven't changed at all. For my assets, I'm going to go ahead and go through each account. The start date is what I started with in that account when I first started tracking my net worth, and the end date is what I had as of January 31st, 2023. So my pension, this account, so this is my employer sponsored retirement plan. I do work in public service, so I do not have a 401k. I have what's called a 401a, or a defined benefit plan. So 10% of my paycheck goes into this account pre-tax, and I do get a 1% annual interest on this, so not a lot. The biggest thing to know about a pension or a defined benefit plan is that I was not vested until I reached 5 years in the system, and I'm very excited to announce that I did finally hit 5 years at the end of December. So the biggest thing about hitting 5 years in the pension system is that you do get a 33% additional amount added to your account value, is what they call it. So for example, every $100 that I would put into this account going forward, of my money, another $33 would get added for a total of $133. So before that point, it was just my money, but now I'm getting an extra 33%, which is great. All that to be said, I started this account with $8,120 and I ended with $16,055. And this not the majority, but half of this came from the last month. Once I finally hit 5 years, my account value went from about $11,500 to over $16,000. So I was very excited for that. Was looking forward to it for a long time, it feels like. So this was a total change of a positive almost $8,000, $7,935. My Roth IRA, I opened this up in 2021. I originally started putting in I think it was $50 a month, and then I've increased it slowly over time as my income has gone up and some of my expenses have gone down. So at one point I had it at 100. Another point, I think I had it at 125, 150, 165. It's currently at 275 is my minimum that I try to invest each month. And if I have more money, I try to invest more. So for my Roth IRA, the starting balance was $1,096 and the ending balance was $4,029. So this was an increase of almost $3,000. Very happy about this. The market was a bit mixed in the past year and I did not max out my Roth IRA clearly. So making this much progress is awesome as far as I'm concerned, and I'm very happy with it. So my 457B, this was an account. This was a supplemental retirement account that you can have, and I actually had this at my last employer. I've been working in public service basically since I've graduated. Just have been at a couple different employers. I was putting money into this account, but when I left, I did not end up putting more money into it with my new employer because I just didn't like the provider that much, and I was also trying to focus more on my Roth IRA. So, all that to be said, because I had so little in this account, after I left my previous employer, they did end up refunding this account to me. So, what that means is at the beginning of the last 12 months, I had $168 in here, and the ending balance was $0 because it got refunded. So, that's a change of a negative $168. And I did end up having to pay taxes on this because I didn't roll it over to a qualified retirement plan. I was just lazy and didn't feel like it, and the amount was so low that I just didn't care, to be honest. So moving forward, my Robinhood account, when everyone was getting very into investing in GameStop and AMC, I think, I decided to just put $50 in Robinhood. And it was kind of funny because I actually quit my job, and then a week later I put $50. I was investing and I did not have any job lined up, so why was I doing that? I couldn't tell you, but at least it was only $50, and I've been sitting on this money for a while, a long time, it feels like, since 2020, I guess. But I just have been lazy and haven't taken the money out. But this is something I'll probably do in 2023 because I just don't want to have money sitting in a Robinhood account at this time. Maybe in the future, but at this moment, I don't want to have stuff in taxable brokerages if I can avoid it. So that being said, I haven't refunded it yet. So it started at $48 and it ended at $46. I don't actively contribute to this. I don't change the investments on it. It's just in VTI and it goes up and down with the market. So my car, I mentioned that I paid my car off, so there's no corresponding debt with this, and I did that back in 2021. The value of my car, I had been keeping it pretty steady throughout the year, which means I just wasn't updating the value of it simply because the used car market was kind of crazy for a while now. It seems to be slowing down a bit from what I understand. So I did finally update the value of my car a month ago to see what the new estimate would be if I were to trade it in or put it for sale. I'm not going to do that, but I do like to consider my car as an asset. I know some people do and some people don't. It's whatever you prefer, but it does have a monetary value associated with it. So I was personally going to include it as an asset. Now, maybe in the future, I will take it out of my assets just because I can take it in, take it out if I want to. So if I get more in investments, maybe I'll take it out as an asset. But since I don't have as much in investments right now, I keep it as an asset. So at the beginning of the year, it started off at $15,000, and at the end of the year, it came down to $11,550. So that was a change of $3,450, a negative change. So that's what happened with my car in the past 12 months. My checking, savings, credit union, high yield savings accounts, these are bank accounts I have or did have, and the value of these can fluctuate over time. So I ended up taking the balance as of the last day of each month to record the values of these. And that being said, I'm just going to go through these ones pretty quickly because some of them, like my checking account, kind of just like depends on the day, if that makes sense. So for checking, I started off at 1,453. I ended with 3,735. I will say I did decide to like keep more money in my checking account, like as like a buffer, because I do get paid once a month now, so it's good for me to have more money in this account, in my opinion, just to cover any bills that come up or credit card payments. For my savings account, it started off at $7,117 and it ended at $2,909. This was a big decrease because I ended up opening this high yield savings account a few months ago. I'm not sure how long ago now. And I'm transferring most of my money into the high yield savings account because my savings account, my main bank, gets like 0.05 of a percent in interest, so I get nothing. But the high yield savings account is currently at 3.4% interest, so it's a much better deal, and I cannot believe how much money I'm actually getting off of my savings. So as far as that goes, my credit union account, going back up there for a second, I ended up closing this account at some point in the year simply because I wanted to simplify my finances and I did not need that extra account because it wasn't really giving me any sort of like tangible benefits or things that I needed from it. So the value of this went down to zero, but it was originally at $2,173. And I'm not sure why this says positive. It should be a negative, but that's okay. I was kind of struggling a bit updating this spreadsheet. I am kind of a struggle at spreadsheets, I guess. So for my high yield savings account, I mentioned it started at $0, but it went all the way up to $12,360. So I obviously transferred some of this money, and then of course I've been making deposits into this account from my paychecks. All that to be said, my total assets, let's see, I started the year off at $35,175 and I ended the year at $50,684. And this is a positive change of $15,509, which makes my total net worth, if we subtract out the liabilities on here, it went from $13,100 at the beginning of the year to $28,609 at the end of the year. This is amazing. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm 24 years old and I feel like I've really been grinding for this view. And when student loans go back into repayment, I'm obviously going to make payments on them. So that should bring the liabilities down, and then hopefully I can keep building and increasing my assets over time. The value of my 401a should go up quicker now because I'm getting 33% of every dollar matched. Hopefully as I get more money into my Roth IRA, I can start feeling the compound interest if the market's doing well, especially, and hopefully I can keep saving money towards my house down payment. And so I'm very excited for this. I don't know why this is negative. Please don't come for me, but it should be a total increase of 54.20, I can't talk, 54.21%, a positive increase. And then if I just go back to like my monthly version of this, I can show you the what's this called? The bar, the bar chart. I can show you the chart of my net worth increasing over time. So it steadily increased each month. There wasn't this month it didn't do as well in September, but I believe it increased every month. Hold on. Let me look at September. Yeah, it increased by $10. Okay, so there was an increase each month, and if we take a look by the net worth month by month here, you can see how much it increased from month to month. So it steadily went up most months, except right here when it went up by only $10, which is kind of funny. And then finally it ends at $28,609. So what's next for me for my net worth? Am I going to continue keeping track of it? Am I shooting for a specific goal? I am going to continue keeping track of it. I can't promise I'm going to make monthly videos about it simply because it's sometimes just not that interesting, especially if like certain things aren't really changing that much. I am going to, what was I going to say next? Oh, do I have a goal for my net worth? I, of course, would love to have set a goal for my net worth, but like the market is very, it can come and it can go. If I buy a house, I would have a big increase in debts or liabilities, which can negatively impact my net worth. If I basically, I don't know, and I already forgot what I was about to say about this. I don't know how I forgot what I was talking about, but I feel like this happens a lot, and I'm so sorry if you watch my videos and you have to listen to me struggle to remember what I was saying. So, my net worth. Oh, yes, a goal. So, the goal for my net worth. I think it'd be really cool if at the end of this year it was above $50,000. Do I think that's realistic or possible? No, probably not. But maybe if I could get it up to about $35,000, that would be pretty awesome. But if I did reach 50,000, well, you heard it here first. That was the goal. So, yeah, that is the biggest change for my net worth. I'll probably do these on a quarterly basis, maybe, haven't decided yet. But if you like this video and if you've been waiting on this video, please like this video. It really helps out my channel. Comment down below about your net worth and how it's changed. Do you track it? Are you going to start tracking it? I think it's actually quite interesting because it gives you a more holistic picture of your finances. So it gives you more of a big picture, I guess. Instead of like a day by day, like fluctuations in your account, you can see over time, a quick overview of how you're doing financially. Yeah, so I'm really close to 500 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, that'll help. And if I hit 500 subscribers, I think I'm going to do a giveaway. So all the more reason to subscribe, and you'll find out more about that in a future video. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye now.